The clear message I would offer about if you're going to continue to lead and lead well, operate in your learning zone. Enough confidence to try things, to listen to things, but not too much to get so busy that you're not humble enough to learn something new.
It makes perfect sense. And I would think that there's, in a lot of organizations, especially probably larger organizations that are growing pretty rapidly, where oftentimes people are just thrust into leadership positions without really any preparation. Maybe they were the top performer in their division, whether it was sales or really any division within the company. They're the best performer. So naturally people think, oh, well, you're going to be a great leader. You're going to be able to coach and teach all of our people to do this. But oftentimes they get there and they are likely that deer in the headlight, which can probably put them into either the I don't care zone, or I don't know, I don't have time zone. And then they start to fall into one of those 5 categories you talked about earlier. So companies really need to be aware of this and focus in on really developing people proactively, so to speak, so they're not caught in this situation where they're growing or they have change and they just got to throw people in and kind of throwing them to the wolves at some point if they really don't have the ability or understanding of how to operate in their learning zone.
It's obviously transitions, particularly stepping into leadership for the first time, is a great opportunity to be in the learning zone. And if I may, the quick piece of advice: if the company organization is falling short of giving you the support, I would do a couple things. One, I would clearly try to get a mentor. One thing, one of the divisions at my old company did that was so helpful is when somebody was promoted from an engineer, smartest engineer in the room, to now the manager of that engineering group, we had the leadership course and how to be a manager and blah, blah, blah. They always assigned a really good, mature leader to coach them for the first 6 months. And it wasn't their boss, because those dynamics there, but it was someone else that, had the right skills, had credibility, but was also a good coach. And that enormously helped for the first 6 months. So while there's good books out there, obviously podcasts, things like this can be very helpful as well. So continue to be a student. But I would say try to find 1 or 2 folks that can be your regular coach, that you can air, hey, I got a bad employee, what do I do about that? Or, hey, my boss is cutting my budget and that's impossible. Or, whatever else, that not only do you get the wisdom, but you get the support and the accountability to continue growing as a leader.